Hi, I'm Icho, and I'm going to talk about the first topic today. The name of topic is that is there a Middle East? The evolution of a geopolitical concept. Actually, it contains three chapters, but I will only talk about one chapter, which is number 10. And the name of article is that the Middle East through the lens of critical geopolitics, globalization, terrorism, and Iraq war. The article is written by Walad Hasbun. So the main argument here is that the term Middle East has particular political, economic, and cultural characteristics in opinion of American politics, news media, and public opinion. So these features of Middle East countries disconnect these countries from globalization. So that's how actually we see the concept of Middle East exceptionalism. And this concept is based on two main factors. The first factor is that due to oil resources, most of the Arab states becomes rentier states. And the other factor is that Arab Islamic political culture. So these are the main factors of Middle East exceptionalism. So what's Middle East exceptionalism? So according to author, is that all of the other societies are evolving toward a common political and economic system except Middle East societies. By author, actually, it means a geopolitical imaginary. Which means in public opinion that people thinks Middle East societies or countries they somehow resist to become part of globalization. They do not wanna become democratized. So that becomes the responsibility of Western powers to democratize them. That's actually how Iraq war comes to picture, because according to author, what scholars mainly argue is that Middle East countries they only can contribute to globalization two things. One is terrorism, second is oil resource, oil. So that's how we see actually this concept has image on in people's mind, and author talks about. And the second author also argues that this century is the American century, or globalization is Americanization. So from this perspective, we see that this discourse somehow by showing the Middle East societies backward make a reason for Western countries to penetrate in physically and in their countries, making a war and so on. And so I just want to read a quote from David Brooks, who is a senior advisor to George Bush. And he says, "We are an empire now, and when we act, we create our own reality. And while you are studying that reality, we will act again, creating other new realities, which you can study too. And that's how things will sort out. We are historious actors, and all of you will be left to just study what we do." So what actually I saw in this article, basically these powerful states, they just somehow want to shape the less developed countries. And the other point I really want to make is that Middle East exceptionalism is for Middle East, since we don't know actually where is Middle East. But the other theory is that semi-free countries theory, which contains most of the world countries, not just Middle East, most of African countries, Asian countries, and the other countries. But somehow in this picture, I see that this particular exceptionalism towards Middle East reminds me a picture. Since we are allowed to be creative, I just wanna show a picture of Dali. So, and here we see that the name of picture, by the way, is that Geopoliticus child watching the birth of Newman, and we see it's from United States. Actually, this paint is painted in 1943, and the two things that we see that power somehow bursts. We cannot do anything. We just can watch it. The new order of the world shape itself. But when it shapes as in you see in the picture, actually there is the parachute on the power or on the bird or in the scene that somehow it protects from any kind of threat. That's how actually I just wanna make my point that it's a concept that when the powerful states wants to get what they want, actually they create their own concepts, and by which Middle Eastern countries shown backward against globalization, against democratization. I hope I could make my points. See you next time.